The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court for the call of this match.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen,
to production of WCMP Sports.
Of volleyball.
It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court.
From tonight's game right here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and streaming live online with video at WCMPradio.com. The matchup here tonight between the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Pine City Dragons, two Great River Conference foes, going at it tonight here in Pine City. Pine City, many sports of theirs are off to a fairly hot start, and this volleyball team is one of those. This volleyball team is off to a great start, 5-0 to start the season, and they beat the team who eliminated them from the playoffs last year. They beat Proctor on the road last week, 3-1. That is a good win, a good comeback win there for the Dragons in that one. That's one where they might have had a little bit of angst toward the rails since last year, again, eliminating them from playoff contention. And that playoff game last year, certainly not what the score indicated. I think it was 3-0 was the final, but I don't think that game at all looked like it was 3-0. To me, it looked like it could have gone 5. It looked like it was a 3-1 set win for the Pine City Dragons, but they were unfortunately eliminated in those playoffs, and now this team this year looks like they have a great chance to make a very deep playoff run. But first, we got to get through the regular season, and it continues here this evening inside Pine City High School in their gymnasium against the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Last year, the Pine City Dragons wrapped up the year at 11-13, 4-4 in the section, 6-4 in the conference. Now, they played Bram last year 3 times. They lost to them twice. And Bram this year looks just as good, if not better, than last year. Bram was a team who last year fell in some matches and then absolutely looked like the team to beat in the conference. And I think that could be the case again this year. Both play in 2 different classes. Pine City plays in Section 7 AA, Bram in 5A, and they're actually in a pod. They have 4 pods of Section 4A. They have Pod A, B, C, and D. Bram is in that Section 5A Pod D part of the section markings. As I mentioned, Pine City in the Section 7 AA. Right now they're on top, 5-0. 5 wins, no losses on the year, but Hinckley-Finlayson looks to change that here this evening. But as we go back to last year for Pine City, it was a back-and-forth year. Not too many stretches where it was too many games lost in a row. But again, Rush City, Bram, and Hermtown was their 3-game losing streak in the middle of the season. That was a tough one, but again, Bram just so tough. And it seems like they have been waiting to get these seniors to their senior year just to kind of have a run that they look like they could go on. They have beat some really good teams. They beat Malacca just recently, 3-0, and Malacca looks like a team who could again be back in the playoffs, making a deep run. But Bram, an absolute tear against the Malacca Wolves. They won 3-0, like I mentioned. So I think this conference is going to be very, very fun this year. Of course, you always got Rush City there as the volleyball contenders. I mean, year in and year out, they're right there, whether it's volleyball or basketball, heck, even softball. And it's a very good matchup here in the conference. I mean, again, you got Pine City, Rush City, Bram, Hinckley, Finlayson, East Central, Ogilvie, and Mille Lacs. And Mille Lacs even, I mean, they are pushing themselves. I mean, it was how many years in a row where they took either first or they were right there tied for first. And I wouldn't be surprised if they come back this year looking to get back to that spot. But I think right now the front runners are Bram and Pine City, and it's going to be a fun race to the finish, so to speak, in the conference. Conference standings don't so much affect the playoff standings. It gets taken into consideration a little bit, but it's not huge as it would be as if they were in the same class. But since they're not in the same class, not as big of a factor in the seedings come the end of the year, but it still matters to these teams, of course, because they want to be sitting at the top at the end of the year. And again, it's been Rush City, Bram, Mille Lacs towards the top. Pine City's been, just hovering. They've been hovering right there, right on that edge of being so good and overtaking Bram and Rush City for that top spot. But it seems like every time they get close, Bram is right there to crush their dreams, or Rush City's right there to crush their dreams. But this year, Pine City looks a lot better, and I think they could, again, make a deep push. Last year, they beat Moore in the first round of the playoffs, and as I mentioned, fell to Proctor. But again, off to a 5-0 start this year. For the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, they were 8-14 last year, 2-7 in the section, 4-5 in the conference. They had a tough schedule last year, and their longest losing streak was 7 games. It stretched between 2 tournaments as well as a game against Rush City. But again, this Rush City team, they are so scrappy. They are so just have such big hearts out there on the court that they will never give in. And I just called a game for them on Tuesday where they played against Mora, and that one, it was a 3-1 loss for Hinckley-Finlayson. But man, that game really looked like it was poised for 5 sets. Unfortunately, it did end early, but man, Hinckley-Finlayson, I tell you what, they have got the drive, they have got the heart, they have got the want to go out here and win really any game that they're in and that they're playing in, and I think they really have a chance to make some upsets here this year, and maybe tonight could be one of them. Again, they finished 4-5 in conference play, so not at the top last year. They fell in the first round of the section playoffs to ESCO. That's a tough draw for any team in the first round to play against ESCO in the section playoffs, especially when you have to go to ESCO and play in front of their hometown fans and on their court. That's a tough draw for anybody, especially in the first round of the playoffs. I think it might have been a different story had they played them in the second round of the playoffs in ESCO, but they again got a tough draw in that first round. But I think Hinckley-Finlayson will be back, and they'll be just as good this year, and I think they've got a chance to make a nice run in the playoffs as well. And again, surprise some people. I think a lot of people may look past Hinckley-Finlayson at times, but I won't be looking past them at all. I look for them to make some noise and some upsets this year as well. Hinckley-Finlayson 1-2 on the season. As I mentioned, they fell to Mora on Tuesday, but their first win came against Crosby Ironton 3-0. And that was a very good win there for that Hinckley-Finlayson team. Start out the year with a loss to Moose Lake Willow River, 3-0. Pine City, as I mentioned, hasn't lost so far this year, and they will look to keep that alive this evening as they take on the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. We'll take a commercial break here, word from some of our fine sponsors, and when we come back, we should be ready and set for volleyball here in Pine City. You're listening to Volleyball on 106.5 FM, AM 1350.
With high school
WCMP.
sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health. 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Minnesota Equipment is your lawn equipment headquarters. With plenty of staff members that have over 20 years of experience, they're number 1 in sales and service for a reason. The pros at Minnesota Equipment have tons of lawnmowers, zero-turn mowers, and accessories on site, so come by for Steel, Aaron's, Toro, Gravely, and John Deere, and take one home today. Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or find them at minnesotaequipment.com today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. Well, you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get-there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1967, Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley, has been where to go for all your building projects. Let Gerald Schmidt help you with designing, remodeling, or any new construction. Schmidt Construction specializes in residential home building, agricultural, industrial, and commercial buildings. With expert advice on all of your building projects and ideas, when you hire a contractor to take care of your building needs, you can't do better than Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley. 320-384-7901.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Sidney Nelson, your Pine City Edward Jones financial advisor. Find him at 950 Main Street South, right next to Dairy Queen. Sidney Nelson and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. The Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars starters will be number 2, Sydney Krieger, number 3, Hannah Hartle, number 4, Gracie Olson, the libero, number 20, Joey Hopkins, number 7, Anna Degerstrom, number 8, Monica Clare, and number 9, Joey Fahey. On the other side, it will be number 2, Abby Agard, number 3, Chloe Lind, number 5, Arissa Rydberg, number 8, Maggie Smetna, number 10, Emma Hermanson, number 12, the libero, Maddie Bombard, and then number 14, Summer Thiemann. That's who the starters are tonight for the Pine City Dragons. As the Dragons getting set to take on their Great River Conference foe, the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. just about set to begin this game, as it looks like libero Maddie Bombard will check in right away, wearing that number 12 white jersey with the green letters and numbers. Hinckley-Finlayson in their red jerseys with the black letters outlined and numbers outlined in white. Emma Hermanson will check out for Maddie Bombard, the libero. Dragon in their home black jerseys with the green sleeves, green numbers, and letters outlined in white. And we're just about set to get underway. It's Hannah Hartle who will begin with the serve. It's dug up by the Dragons, goes to Abby Agard, and now Chloe Lind will look to get it over the net. She does. Nice job by Hinckley-Finlayson to get it back over. That's Krieger. Now Summer Thiemann gets the dig, and Chloe Lind has to step back as she goes after that one aggressively, but just mistimed it a little bit. Nice diving dig there. Trying to catch the number. That is Maggie Smetna who gets the dive on that one and then gets the dig right back. And the Dragons looking for the first points. Abby Agard gets it over. And now that's Claire getting it back over. Thiemann with the dig and getting it over now for the Dragons is Rydberg. Now back over for the Dragons. It's at the net. Nice job there again by Agard to get it over. This one's just over the front line. Dug up, though, by Bombard. And looking for the kill is Agard and a long volley. But we finally get our first point of the set, thanks to Abby Agard. And it's 1-0 here in set one. Going back to serve will be Arissa Rydberg. Rydberg with the serve. It is up and over, dug up by the libero on the other side. Hopkins now getting it across, and oh, that is in. Yes, it is. Nice hit there by the Jaguars. I believe that was Monica Claire who hit that one right in that back far side corner, and she'll tie it at 1. Claire will be back to serve for the Jaguars, and the serve comes up. It is just over the net, but oh, it got down. It looked like Bombard got her the dig, but she didn't in time. And now it's 2-1 in favor of Hinckley-Finlayson. Claire with the serve. That's going to go into the net, and that'll even the score up at 2 apiece. I was stuck between set and score and wound up calling it thing. Either way, Summer Thiemann checks in, and in for her is Carly Jusak. Back to serve is that's Maggie Smetna, dug up by the Jags, and looking for the kill is Carly Jusak, but nice job by the Jags to get it back over. A few diving attempts. Carly Jusak looks for another kill. This one's down, but kept alive again by the Jaguars. Joey Hopkins get it back across. Maddie Bombard with the dig. Arissa Rydberg. Now Lind will look for the kill, and that's a kill for Chloe Lind. She'll break the tie and make it 3-2, Pine City. Abby Agard back serving for Pine City. They lead 3-2 here in set number 1. This serve is over, and that's dug up by Hannah Hartle. That's going to go into the Jaguar bench area, and that'll be point for Pine City. They now lead 4-2. Agard will be back to serve. Looks like we got ESPN in the house. Got some of the guys down there in the far side corner. You might be able to see it on the screen. They're at the ESPN table, cheering on their teammates in the volleyball team, and that hit from the Jaguars is just long, and that will go out of bounds. Another point for Pine City. They lead 5-2 here in set number 1. Abby Agard with the serve. This one's over, dug up by Hartle. That's a tough one to get up and dig, and then nice job by Smetna to get that back over, and now looking for the kill. That is Dagerstrom. Nice job keeping it alive by Rydberg, and then pushing it across as Lind. Oh, get a whistle. Oh, they're going to call a double hit on Pine City's Chloe Lind, so the point will go the way of the Jaguars to make it 5-3. That's a tough one. Lind looked clean from here, but again, that judge is down there a lot closer than I am. And now serving for the Jaguars is Gracie Olson with the serve. That is over, dug up by, that's Agard. Now Smetna gets it over, and looking to get it over now are the Jaguars. That's Fahey who does. Smetna with the dig. Lind looking for the kill, plops it down, but Sydney Krieger right there for the dig. Hannah Hartle gets this one back across. There's a Rydberg right there, ready for the dig, and then her teammate Smetna, just a little bit of miscommunication late on that one, and it's going to be point for Hinckley-Finlayson. They trail 5-4. Hinckley-Finlayson back to serve. Gracie Olson. This one is over and out. Out on the far side. That'll give a point back to Pine City, 6-4. It's going to be Chloe Lynn back to serve. The libero, Maddie Bombard, checks out. In for her is Emma Hermanson. Hermanson started a few games last year, and she came in as relief, and man, she showed how good she can really be, and now she's showing how good she really is starting for the team this year. She's done very good so far. I was impressed with her as a sophomore last year, one of the ones that stuck out. Of course, you got Agard and Smetna as well, and now serving after the serve goes into the net is Krieger. This one's back across. 6-5 is the score. And Anna Degerstrom gets it across. Nice dig there, though, from Abby Agard. Carly Jusak looks for the kill, but that goes right to Claire. And now Fahey will look for the kill, and that's going to be a whistle. Double hit on the Jaguars, and Pine City gets one back, 7-5. So Lind had the serve go into the net, then on that volley, Pine City gets the point back. Maggie Smetna, the senior, back to serve. Serve is over, and it's a nice serve, but it's dug up by Gracie Olson. Keeping it alive is Degerstrom. Pushing it across is Krieger. Dragons keep it alive. It's Rydberg, and now Carly Jusak back across to Gracie Olson, who gets the dig. Fahey looks for the kill. That goes right to Smetna, and now Rydberg gets it back across, but the Jaguars there for the dig. Hannah Hart, a left-handed swing, is dug up by Chloe Lynn, and now Rydberg will look to push it across. Nice dig by Claire. Hannah Hartle tries to go across with the left hand, but it goes into the net, and the Dragons will get that point. 8-5 now they lead here in set number 1. Maggie Smetna to serve. Right-handed serve is over. Oh, I couldn't see that one as Hannah Hartle was at it. She tried to let that one go, looking like it was going to go long, but it stayed in. And that's a point for Pine City. They lead 9-5. Something we've seen Hinckley-Finlayson try to do is let those balls kind of go and sail a little bit long, but sometimes that's come back to bite them. We kind of seen that on Tuesday against the Mustangs, but sometimes it works out for them, so it's kind of give and take. Emma Hermanson with the kill, and there we see Emma Hermanson coming in and affecting the game nearly right away after getting subbed in, and she makes it 10-5. Again, Hermanson was one of the players I was pretty impressed with, her and Summer Thiemann, and you got a lot of the players out there who were really impressive. This is going to go out of bounds on the dig. It's going to be 11-5 Pine City. But don't count Hinckley-Finlayson out. I've watched them come back from a lot of points down. They were down by 8 points to Moore on Tuesday, and they came back, scored 7, wound up tying the game at 22. So they are like I said, this team has a lot of heart. Fahey gets this one over. Chloe Lynn gets the dig to Rydberg. Now Carly Jusak with the big swing. Gets to Monica Claire. Kept alive by Gracie Olson, and Fahey gets it back across. Chloe Lynn with the dig to Rydberg. And Emma Hermanson looks for the kill. That's just... Oh, they're going to... Nobody called in or out, so the head judge called point Pine City, but the judge here on the near sideline calls point Hinckley-Finlayson, which I think is the correct call. It hit the net and I think went a little long. 11-6 is the score. The serve here from Anna Degerstrom is dug up by Agard, and now Jusak will look to get it back across. Degerstrom with the dig to Krieger, and that's Monica Claire looking for the kill. She gets it, and the block at the net attempt by Rydberg and Hermanson does not go into effect the way they wanted it to, and now it's 11-7. Pine City still with the lead, but again, Hinckley-Finlayson trying to draw that comeback. Degerstrom, the left-handed serve is over, dug up by Lynn. Jusak keeps it alive. Hermanson will push it across, and that gets down for a kill from Emma Hermanson. You know, sometimes you don't have to hit it as hard as you can to be effective. Sometimes you just need to push it into that open zone on the floor, and that's exactly what Emma Hermanson did. 12-7, the Dragons lead as Carly Jusak back to serve. Jusak, the junior, dug up by the Jaguars. Fahey with the long hit is going to go towards the boys at the ESPN table. 13-7 now. Got to fix their sign. You'd think ESPN would give them a better sign, but they're on their own today, I guess. Jusak's serve is into the net, and it'll make it 13-8. Summer Thiemann checks in for Carly Jusak. And Joey Hopkins will check into the game, the libero for Hinckley-Finlayson. She's back to serve. Hopkins serve just over, dug up by Agard, now to Rydberg. Emma Hermanson will just hit this one across. Dug up, and Monica Claire looking back. Gets it over. Chloe Lynn with the dig to Rydberg. Emma Hermanson looking for the kill. Gets the swing on it. Joey Hopkins gets it back across, and then Agard tried to push it right back across, trying to catch the Jaguars off guard, but it doesn't work as it goes into the net. making it 13-9. Jaguars hanging right there with Pine City, down by 4. Joey Hopkins with the serve. It's dug up by Lind once again to Ryberg. She's going to hit it back across, clear back across to Ryberg, and now Hermanson will look for the kill, but Hopkins right there for the dig. Krieger keeps it alive, and at the net we get a block by, that's Ryberg right there at the net, and she keeps it on the Hinckley-Finlayson side, and Point Pine City 14-9, Dragons with the lead. Emma Hermanson now back to serve. Looks like get a substitution. It will be Robin Odegaard in for Maggie Smetna. Hermanson serve is over. It's in for an ace. Emma Hermanson with the ace makes it 15-9. Again, the Jaguars thought that one was going to go long. I thought it was as well, but that one just sniffed its way to stay in bounds, and now we lost the ball. Well, game's over. We lost the ball. No, we have plenty. They have one at the scorer's table as well, but they get that one rolled back in. Emma Hermanson back there serving. Nobody knew where it went. Hermanson serve. It hits the net, but gets over. And the Jaguars do a good job of keeping it alive. Monica Clare keeps it alive again. Odegaard with the dig. Ryberg keeps it alive, and that gets over the net. Chloe Lind with the kill, and you can't set it up any better for Lind. No one is getting the dig on that hit. 16-9. And the ball, again, rolling away from everybody. Jaguars will get it rolled back to Emma Hermanson. 16-9. On your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Dug up by Joey Hopkins. And now Hannah Hartle gets it back across to Summer Thiemann. Agard will look to push it across. She does. It's dug up by Degerstrom. Now Monica Clare looks for the kill. Kept alive. Nice job by Emma Hermanson. Just sticks her hand up. Agard will push it back across. Dug up by Degerstrom to Sydney Krieger to Monica Clare. This one is long. And it'll be Point Pine City 17-9 in set number 1. And looks like we're going to get a timeout here by the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. The Pine City Dragons lead 17-9. Embrace Orthodontics Custom Braces or Invisalign with 3 locations in Pine City, Lyncham, Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. Also, Dr. Severs is committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at EmbraceMN.com. Timeout called here by the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Their first of this set. It is set number 1. We've only just begun this match here. And the Dragons have lead 17-9. The Jaguars, though, they've kept it close. They've allowed Pine City to kind of make their own mistakes and been aggressive, but I think one thing that has really kind of hurt the Jaguars early on is they're allowing themselves to kind of be less aggressive on some of the serves, and we've seen 2 of them now be in for aces from the Dragons, and yeah, sometimes you just have to be more aggressive out there trying to get those digs. It looks like it's going to go long, and sometimes you don't want to go after them because that could just create more problems for your team and scramble your team a little bit, and you don't want that either. So it's a tough balance, and I do not envy having to try and balance that. Joey Hopkins with the dig off the Hermanson serve, and Hartle with the left-handed kill attempt is dug up by Hermanson, and now Agard will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by Hinckley-Finlayson, but back over by Chloe Lind. Sydney Krieger. Now it's the Jaguars trying to get the kill. It looks like it was Gracie Olson. Diving attempt not good enough to keep that one alive as Hannah Hartle will go back to serve for the Jaguars. Pine City leads 17-10. Emma Hermanson checks out for the libero, Maddie Bombard. Hannah Hartle left-handed serve is over, dug up by Bombard to Ryberg. Lind goes up, and that's going to be a kill. Blocking at the net was Sydney Krieger and Gracie Olson. They touched it, and it went straight out of bounds. So Point Pine City 18-10. Now it's Arissa Rydberg back serving. The left-handed serve is over. Joey Hopkins with the dig to Sydney Krieger. And it's Gracie Olson who looks for the kill. Summer Thiemann gets the dig back to Bombard. And now getting it over is Chloe Lind. Nice job by the Dragons staying with that one. Monica Clare looks for the kill. Kept alive by Bombard. Chasing after it are 2 Dragons. Summer Thiemann got to it, and Abby Agard and Thiemann were right there. Summer Thiemann got a hand on it. Just could not get enough on it to get it back to her teammates. But now the Jaguars trail 18-11. Monica Clare back to serve. Dug up by Thiemann to Rydberg. And Odegaard will hit this one across. Oh, and that is just long. Point for Hinckley-Finlayson. Odegaard lined that one up perfectly. She found the correct spot for that one and just hit it too much. As Monica Clare gets the serve, Chloe Lind now looks for the kill, and again, can't really set it up much better for Chloe Lind. That challenge, there's not a lot of people who want to get in front of that one, I tell you that. Carly Jusak checks in for Summer Thiemann. It looks like Abby Agard will be checking out, and Hannah Bombard checks into the game for her, and Bombard will go back to serve. Hannah Bombard, a junior for this Pine City squad. Back to serve. It is up. It is over. It's dug up by Hannah Hartle. That goes to the net, and Chloe Lind, and she goes back to the huddle, kind of surprised she didn't get enough on that one. That one kind of had some weird spin to it. It went funny off of her hit. And that goes right out of bounds, making it 19-13. Hinckley-Finlayson trails by 6. Again, I've seen them make these comebacks, so don't doubt them. Gracie Olson with the serve to Bombard. Hannah Bombard with the dig to Rissa Rydberg. And Chloe Lind went after it, but they're going to call a double hit on Pine City. That will make it 19-14. So Gracie Olson will continue to serve. Here's the serve up and over right to Hannah Bombard. Once again, this gets back over the net. Oh, and miscommunication from Fahey and Degerstrom. Degerstrom thought Fahey was going to get it. Fahey thought Degerstrom was going to get it, and they watch it fall right between the two of them. And unfortunately, there a mistake, just miscommunication, as Chloe Lind will now serve with a 20-14 lead here for Pine City. And that dig is, nice job by Degerstrom to keep that alive. Fahey gets it back across Hermanson to Rydberg, and now Odegaard looks for the kill, dug up by Hannah Hartle. This is back across. Carly Jusak with the kill. Makes it 21-14. Jusak was waiting for that one and dropped it down. 21-14. Lind back to serve for Pine City. Serve is up. And it hits the net, but it gets back over on the dig. And now the Jaguars have another chance. Fahey, Sydney Krieger looks for the kill. And Chloe Lind just misread that one. It looked like it was going to go long, and right at the last second, she realized it was not. Nice hit there by Sydney Krieger to find that far back corner for the point for Hinckley-Finlayson, 21-15. Sydney Krieger is set to serve. It is over. Dug up by Odegaard, now to Rydberg. Carly Jusak looks for the kill. It's blocked at the net by Fahey. They'll keep it alive. Krieger back at the net. And now Anna Degerstrom looks for the kill. Dug up, though, by Chloe Lind to Rydberg. Emma Hermanson. And that is just a little bit long. Just scraped past the white line, which is the boundary line. And it makes it 21-16. Hinckley-Finlayson will not go away quietly. Krieger with the serve. It's a short one. Bombard, though, gets after it. Rydberg over to Odegaard. That hits the net, and it's going to get down. I don't know if Degerstrom got a hand on it or not, but it definitely hit the net. Spun its way down for a point. Pine City, 22-16. Odegaard with the serve. It's going to go right into the net. Robin Odegaard upset with herself on that one, but that's all right. It's only 1 point surrender back to Hinckley-Finlayson. You've got a 5-point lead, so no harm, no foul with that one. It's going to be Anna Degerstrom back to serve. You got the student section for Pine City getting loud. Degerstrom left-handed serve is over. Hannah Bombard with the dig to Rydberg, and now Carly Jusak. She's just going to tap this one over with her fingertips. It goes into the net. Krieger and Fahey had a chance at it off the Gracie Olson dig, but just not enough. And point Pine City 23-17 as Summer Thiemann checks in the game for Carly Jusak. Summer Thiemann back to serve. Thiemann's serve is, Gracie Olson went after that one, and that's one of those, again, it's going to be set point now where it looked like it was going to go long, but they've watched those go, they've tried to watch them go long, and they've wound up just short and getting in for a point. So I like the aggressiveness there by Gracie Olson, trying to change the pace. Summer Thiemann with set point gets it to Claire. Monica Claire gets it back over. Summer Thiemann with the dig to Rydberg, and Hermanson looks for the kill. Dug up nicely, though, by the Jags, and then Hannah Hartle will get this hit, back across just a little bit long, and Pine City will take set 1, 25-17. So set 1 in the books on your Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, helping you find a smile you will embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. 25-17 is the score of set one. Pine City will take a 1-0 lead, and we'll get ready for a second set. We'll take a commercial break here with some words from our fine sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll be ready for set number 2 here as you're listening to Volleyball on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
With all the stress involved in a legal situation, it is comforting to know that you have K-Back Law on your side. K-Back Law in Pine City provides a relaxing atmosphere for you to feel comfortable discussing your legal needs. They handle a wide range of cases from real estate and business to estate planning and probate. K-Back Law has fair and flexible pricing and will accommodate your schedule. Visit them in Pine City or Sandstone. For more information, visit K-Back Law online at kbacklaw.com. That's kbacklaw.com.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Back here on WCMP, Ethan Game Day Gilman with you, calling the game here between the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Pine City Dragons. We're in Pine City here this evening for this game. Pine City will start this set serving. It's Arissa Ryberg who will serve it. Hits the net, gets down in front of the diving, Joey Hopkins. She's not able to get to it. And Pine City will get the first points of the second set. They lead 1-0. They won that first set 25-17. This serve is dug up by Joey Hopkins as Sydney Krieger, and now Monica Clare hits this one across. Dug up by Maddie Bombard, and now Abby Agard looks for the kill. It's dug up, though, by Degerstrom, and now Clare will look again for the kill, and this block at the net by Sage Staber. And that one's going to go out of bounds, point Pine City. So Ryberg to serve. It's dug up by Hopkins to Krieger, and looking for the kill is Gracie Olson. She'll get it. Trying to block it at the net was Chloe Lind, and that hit, just a little too hard. Hannah Hartle now to serve for Hinckley-Finlayson. That serve is dug up by Sage Staber. Hit over by Arissa Ryberg, and that is just down. Hannah Hartle does a nice job diving after it, but those are some of the ones where it's such a light hit, it almost catches the opposing team off guard. They're thinking it's going to come across at wailing speeds, and it's so light coming across. I think it surprises them. 3-1 Pine City with the lead. Abby Agard with the serve, and the dig goes right into the net. Point Pine City 4-1 now. 4-1 is the score. Abby Agard to serve. Serve is across, dug up by Hannah Hartle. And both Joey Hopkins and Anna Degerstrom swung at it and hit it. It is going to go right on the far side bleachers. And Pine City will get another point, 5-1. Agard with another serve right to Hannah Hartle, and then coming in aggressively is Sydney Krieger. Blocked at the net by Chloe Lynn, but Gracie Olson was prepared for that one, and she gets it right back across. Dragons get it across, and now Monica Claire looks for the kill. Agard with the dig, and now Jusak looks for the kill. She'll get the kill. And point Pine City. 6-1 they lead. Abby Agard with the serve. And Hannah Hartle went aggressive after it. I like it. Joey Hopkins keeping it alive. This is going to be a tough swing, but Degerstrom gets it across. Jusak will get the dig, and now Rydberg pushes it across. Chloe Lynn pushes it down, and nice shot by Gracie Olson to push it across, but it's going to go just long out of bounds. Abby Agard again with the serve, dug up by Hopkins this time. Now to Krieger, and Monica Claire gets it back across to Agard, to Rydberg, and Sage Staber looks for the kill. That's going to go up on the elbows of Hannah Hartle, out of bounds. 8-1 Pine City. Abby Agard again the serve. Hannah Hartle with the dig. Now to Sydney Krieger, Monica Claire back across. Maddie Bombard with the dig for Pine City. Sage Staber looking for the kill. Dug up, though, by Hopkins. To Krieger. Monica Claire looks for the kill. It's tipped at the net, but Bombard with the dig. Jusak looking for the kill. That's going to go off of the elbows, really, of Joey Hopkins. A nice job by Claire to go and get that, but then the fourth hit by the Jaguars will give a point to Pine City. 9-1 they lead. Abby Agard serve goes into the net and then found a way to crawl over for the 10th point. It's 10-1, and Hinckley-Finlayson will take a timeout. Timeout called by Hinckley-Finlayson, and they're out of sorts right now, trying to regroup and get back out there and catch back up. 10-1 they trail. Student section for Pine City really getting into it now as they lead 10-1 here in set number 2. They won set 1 again, 25-17, excuse me. Got about 30 seconds left here in this Hinckley-Finlayson timeout. Both teams getting back out onto the court. Abby Agard is back serving for Pine City, and since she's went back there, Pine City's rattled off about 8 points. Agard will serve it again, and this time Hinckley-Finlayson going to catch the Dragons serving a little bit long on that one, and they'll get a point back. 10-2. Monica Claire will be back to serve now for Hinckley-Finlayson, and her serve goes into the net, make it 11-2. Chloe Lind will come out of the game as the senior Gabby Schumacher will go back in place for her to serve. Schumacher with the serve. It is over. Joey Hopkins with the dig to Sydney Krieger now. And that is Degerstrom who looks for the kill right in front of the diving Gabby Schumacher. And it gets down for Hinckley-Finlayson point. 11-3 now, Pine City with the lead. As it's Gracie Olson back to serve. Olson's serve is going to go out on the far side. They have moved their ESPN table. They've moved it. They've got a better view now of the action. So the boys at the ESPN table now got a better view to see what's going on. Sage Staber with the serve, dug up by Gracie Olson. Fahey looking for the kill, blocked at the net by Carly Jusak and Sky Ahrens. Ahrens checks into the game for the first time here tonight. Sage Staber with the serve, and that's going to be all sorts of funky for the Jaguars. They kind of misplayed it a little bit to begin with, and then they started to get scrambled. Staber again with the serve. And Degerstrom looks for the kill, blocked at the net again. That's Arissa Ryberg and Sky Ahrens. (15-3), Pine City with the lead. And this serve from Sage Staber goes into the net, and Hinckley-Finlayson will catch a break on that one. Looks like we'll get Morgan Mako checking into the game for Sage Staber. And it is Sydney Krieger with the serve, dug up by Pine City. Hannah Bombard will push it across. And looking for the kill is Degerstrom. Nice block at the net by Pine City. And then the hit by Degerstrom is going to go out of bounds to make it 16-4. 16-4, and going back to serve is Carly Jusak now. Jusak with the serve. It's dug up by the Jaguars. And now looking for the kill is Fahey, but dug up nicely by Mako. And a Bombard will push this one right into the net, make it 16-5. And get a switch here for Pine City. Bombard and Jusak check out. Agard and Schumacher check back in. Now with the serve is Degerstrom. That gets up on Ahrens, and nice hustle there by Mako, and nice job by Rydberg to get that one across. And now Monica Clare will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by Rydberg and Ahrens. 17-5 the score. Pine City with the lead. Chloe Lynn will check back in for Schumacher, and Sky Ahrens checks out as Maddie Bombard goes back to serve. This hit goes into the net from Hannah Hartle. That'll be four hits. And point Pine City, they lead 18-5. Serve is over from Maddie Bombard and dug up by the Jaguars. Nice job by Hannah Hartle to get that one back across. Bombard with the dig to Mako, and now Agard will get the attempted kill, and nice diving dig there from Degerstrom, but it's going to find its way to the bleachers. Another point for Pine City. They lead 19-5. Bombard with the serve. And looking for the kill is Fahey. Nice dig, though, by Bombard. Tamako and Chloe Lynn will just shove it over. Dug up by Krieger, and now Claire will look for the kill. And nice block by Chloe Lynn. Makes it 20-5. We're going to get another timeout here by Hinckley-Finlayson. Why they do that, we'll take
My career journey started at
well.
Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
.5 FM, AM 1350. And, of course, streaming live with video at WCMPradio.com. It's the Pine City Dragons and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Dragons lead here in set 2, 20-5. They won set number 1, 25-17. Looking to get the win here in set number 2 and go up 2-0. 20-5, and Maddie Bombard still back serving for Pine City. They are 5 points away from taking set number 2. Serve is over, dug up nicely by Degerstrom, and now I think that's Gracie Olson who tried to hit it back to keep it alive. No, that's Krieger, I apologize, but just a little too long, and her teammates weren't able to catch up with it. 21-5. Bombard again will look to serve. Bombard with the serve. It is over. Dug up by Degerstrom to Krieger now. And Hannah Hartle will look for the left-handed kill. Dug up nicely there by Morgan Mako, but that one goes into the bleachers. And Joey Hopkins will be back to serve. (21-6). Hopkins looking to take her team on a long stroll in the comeback game as Chloe Lind looks for the kill, and Hopkins, she just cannot catch up to the hit there from Lind, and it's 22-6. Going back to serve now is Arissa Rydberg. Rydberg with the serve. It's over. Dug up nicely, and that's going to go towards the bleachers. No one able to catch up with it for Hinckley-Finlayson. And it goes down. Rydberg again with the serve, but this one goes into the net, make it 23-7. Serve here by Hannah Hartle, dug up by Summer Thiemann, but it's going to go out of bounds right near the scorer's table, and 23-8. A long road back here for Hinckley-Finlayson, but it starts with 1 point at a time, and starts with that one. Hannah Hartle will be again serving. Dug up here by Hopkins, and now looking for the kill. That is Gracie Olson. Chloe Lind had the block at the net, but it will find its way down on Pine City's side, making it 23-9. 23-9. Summer Thiemann with the dig on the serve, and now Sage Staber will look for the kill, but it is just a little long on the hit, make it 23-10, and all of a sudden, Hinckley-Finlayson has rattled off a few points here and is looking to make a comeback. Hannah Hartle back serving again. Sometimes all you need is just a few good serves. Dug up by Thiemann on that one, and now getting it across is Abby Agard. Krieger, and now hitting it is Vanessa Meyer, but Thiemann right there for the dig to Rydberg, to Lind, and that gets into Hopkins. Right to her stomach area. It kind of hit her wrist and slid to her stomach, and she just wasn't able to get any lift on it. Summer Thiemann out. In for her is Carly Jusak, and that's a tough one as, again, it kind of got out of her grasp, so to speak, or breadbasket, if you will, and her teammates just really had no chance at it. Gracie Olson into the net, and that will be it for set number 2. Set number 2 goes the way of Pine City, 25-10. Looked like for a second there we might have a comeback on our hands from Hinckley-Finlayson, but it was not so, as Pine City will take this at 25-10. We'll move on and get ready for set number 3 here on 106.5 FM AM 1350. Pine City leads 2-0. Can they get 3 in a row and get the clean sweep, or will Hinckley-Finlayson come back and try and push it to 5? We'll find out after we come back from a word from our fine sponsors.
Minnesota Equipment is your lawn equipment headquarters. With plenty of staff members that have over 20 years of experience, they're number 1 in sales and service for a reason. The pros at Minnesota Equipment have tons of lawnmowers, zero-turn mowers, and accessories on site, so come by for Stihl, Aaron's, Toro, Gravely, and John Deere, and take one home today. Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or find them at minnesotaequipment.com today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1967, Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley, has been where to go for all your building projects. Let Gerald Schmidt help you with designing, remodeling, or any new construction. Schmidt Construction specializes in residential home building, agricultural, industrial, and commercial buildings, with expert advice on all of your building projects and ideas. When you hire a contractor to take care of your building needs, you can't do better than Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley. 320-384-7901.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Pine City leads over Hinckley-Finlayson here in this match. 2-0. They won this first set 25-17 and the second set 25-10. Trying to get the clean sweep here over the Jaguars. But the Jaguars looking to, again, come back in 2 straight sets and push it to a 5th. We'll find out in, well, it'll take us a few points, but we will find out. This serve is over, dug up by Thiemann. Somehow it gets back over and it gets in for a point for Pine City. Wow, one of the crazier points we'll see. Thiemann looks back over to her coach saying, I don't know how that one got over, but it did. So it got over, and hey, you'll take it any way you can get them. Marissa Rydberg with the serve for Pine City. It's dug up by Hinckley-Finlayson to Sydney Krieger. And now looking for the kills. Hannah Hartle blocked at the net there by Chloe Lind. And I believe it is Maggie Smetna also there for the block. And makes it 2-0. This serve is dug up by Claire, and both Hannah Hartle and Jovi Fahey go after it. That's going to wind up going out of bounds. And Pine City will take a 3-0 lead. At diving dig attempts by Monica Claire, just not enough. It's going to go into the net and fall back to the court. Another point for Pine City. This serve is dug up again by Olsen. Dagerstrom looks for the kill, but it is dug up by Rydberg, and getting it back across are the Dragons. Now Hartle gets back across. The Dragons will get it back once again, and Fahey will hit this one over. Oh my goodness, that ball seemingly climbed up the net. I mean, it must have grew some claws and climbed up the net. I mean, that ball looked destined to stay on Hinckley-Finlayson's side, but it found a way to reach Pine City. As now checking in for Fahey is going to be Kenna Johnson. Back to serve is Anna Dagerstrom for Hinckley-Finlayson. They trail 4-1. Again, we've seen them make comebacks a lot. Let's see if they can do 2 straight sets of it. Anna Degerstrom left-handed serve is over. We get a whistle here on the serve. Well, the judges is going to go and talk to the scorers table. Looks like they're trying to see if she was the correct person who was supposed to serve. He says, yep, that's on me, that's on me. I think they just want to make sure the correct person was serving. She is, so we'll have to do it again. And that can be unfortunate either way, because that could have been a point for Hinckley-Finlayson. Well, it's going to be a point for Hinckley-Finlayson anyways. Summer Thiemann tried to get after it, but unfortunately could not get any lift on that one. As it goes down, and point Hinckley-Finlayson 4-2. But again, that can be so frustrating because it can be a point for one side or a point for the other, and you just don't know. And this one going to be down for a point for Hinckley-Finlayson, and they are within one. Degerstrom with the serve. Dug up there by Agard. Now to Chloe Lind. She'll just push it across. Dug up by Krieger. Hannah Hartle will push it back across quickly, and Dragons looking for the kill from Chloe Lind. It's kept alive. Blocked at the net by Lind, but Jaguars get it back over. Summer Thiemann with the dig. And now Abby Agard will get the kill on the near side corner. Make it 5-3. 3 straight points for Hinckley-Finlayson, but Abby Agard with one swing stops the point scoring for Hinckley-Finlayson. And speaking of, she'll go back to serve. Summer Thiemann checks out. In for her is Chloe Jusak, Hannah Hartle. And now Monica Clare hits it back across. Dug up by Smetna. Now Carly Jusak looks for the kill. It hits the net, but kept alive by the Jags. And Maddie Bombard. Now to Smetna. Smetna. Her kill is dug up. Monica Clare, her hit is long. Making it 6-3 for Pine City. Abby Agard's serve is over. Dug up by Monica Clare. Now Hannah Hartle left-handed. Kill attempt is dug up by Rydberg. Maddie Bombard, my goodness, falling apart here. I am, and that one goes into the net on the diving dig from Anna Degerstrom, 7-3. Pine City with the lead. Abby Agard, again, her in that second set was back to serve for a while, and she was a part of that, helping get the Dragons to that 25-10 victory in the second set. That one is going to be an ace from Abby Agard as well. 8-3 now, the lead for Pine City. They look to pull away and take it 3 straight sets in a clean sweep, but Hinckley-Finlayson will hope to make the comeback. Monica Clare gets this one back across. Bombard watches this one go out of bounds. And something I seen the other night from a Mora volleyball player is she went to the line, the boundary line, put her foot on it, and watched the volleyball come down past her foot. And that seems to be a good indication, because your foot is on the line and then half your foot is over it. And then you know, hey, if the ball's going to go over my foot, well, then it's going to be out. And this one's going to go out on the hit by Kenna Johnson. Agard right there watching it. 10-3 now in favor of Pine City. But Hinckley-Finlayson needs just a point and try and turn some momentum back their way and get on that comeback trail. Vanessa Meyer with the hit across, and now it is... That's Maggie Smetna with the hit. Her hit goes a little bit long, and Abby Agard will check out. In for her is Hannah Bombard. Hannah Bombard, a junior. Abby Agard, also a junior. 5 seniors on this Pine City squad, as now hitting it across is Kenna Johnson. Dragons get the dig. Chloe Lind gets this one in the back far corner for the kill. That should make it 11-4. Maddie Bombard checks out. In for hers, Emma Hermanson. It's looked pretty even between Hermanson and Maddie Bombard here this evening. Their play has been pretty even. As Chloe Lind to serve. Serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Hopkins. That's going towards the scorer's table. Oh, they're going to say that somehow got around the pole. And now they're going to call a double hit on Pine City. Interesting. I didn't think Hannah Hartle's hit got back around that red and white striped pole because you have to get it on in between the two of them. I didn't think it got back across, but it did. And now Hartle will serve. This serve is dug up by Lind. And Emma Hermanson looks for the kill. That is going to be just long. Hermanson, again, a beautiful spot for that hit, but it just goes long. And now maybe Hinckley-Finlayson has found some momentum they can grab onto, and maybe they can run with it. Hannah Hartle serve just over the net, right to Carly Jusak and Rydberg. Oh. Not sure what the call is on that one. They're going to whistle it on Hinckley-Finlayson, though. And point is going to go towards Pine City. Interesting. Well, back to serve for Pine City. Did not see who it was. I apologize, couldn't see the number. Chloe Lind on the diving dig. Rydberg keeps alive. Emma Hermanson pushes it across. Looks like we're going to get a double hit on Pine City. We will. I want to say it's Maggie Smetna. There it is. Okay. Maggie Smetna had the serve. I can never tell between the 2 and the 8 for some reason. I know they're two distinctly different numbers. But for some reason, those two numbers always give me trouble. And I don't want to say the wrong name because I don't want to keep saying, oh, I apologize. That's just a pride thing. I apologize. There we go again. So the serve now hit over by Vanessa Meyer. She's going to get an ace. An ace for Vanessa Meyer. She kind of looked for a second, didn't realize, and then her teammates came and celebrated, and she got an ace with that serve. Vanessa Meyer, the senior, grabbing an ace. Here's another serve. Hannah Bombard will get that one. Now to Chloe Lind and Emma Hermanson. Back across. Hartle with the dig. And Gracie Olsen looks for the kill, but Lind right there ready for it. Mako. And now Arissa Rydberg. She'll go into the net. Yeah, and that is unfortunately going to be a point for Hinckley-Finlayson. 12-9 is the score. Arissa Rydberg comes back to her spot, kind of grinning a little bit, maybe laughing at herself. She came up quickly on that one, looking for the kill, and a little bit too quickly. Vanessa Meyer with the serve. It is over, dug up by Lind. Now to Mako, and Arissa Rydberg will look for the kill. Nice dig, though, by Hannah Hartle near the net. And now it is Anna Degerstrom who looks for the kill. That goes off of a couple of Dragons, bouncing off their shoulders and maybe even their elbows. And all of a sudden, it's 12-10. Hinckley-Finlayson within 2 points. Vanessa Meyer, maybe she's the secret weapon here for Hinckley-Finlayson. Her serve is dug up by Rydberg to Mako, and now Hermanson and Rydberg had a bad miscommunication there. The two juniors miscommunicating there as to who's going to go get it. And now Hinckley-Finlayson is within 1 of tying this game. Here in set number 3. Oh no, Meyer. That serve is not going to even reach the net. And Pine City will now take a 2-point lead once again, 13-11. Carly Jusak checks out in for her Summer Thiemann. Looks like Thiemann will go back to serve. Summer Thiemann will dribble the ball. Now she'll run up, and here's the serve. It's over, dug up by Hannah Hartle, but that dig is going to go right back over. Linda and Thiemann get to it. That goes off the net. Nice job there by Morgan Mako to watch that one. And let me tell you, when it hits the net and you got to try and have to hit it off the bounce of the net, that is so hard to do. But great job there by Morgan Mako to keep her eye on the ball and great awareness to see where that one was going before it hit off the net. As Hannah Bombard checks out for Robin Odegaard. Oh, wait a minute. The score changed for for Hinckley-Finlayson, 13-12, but Pine City is serving. Interesting. And Monica Clare, or excuse me, that is Gracie Olsen. It's the hit on that one and goes long. It's 14-12 as Emma Hermanson checks out in for her. Sky Aarons, a senior. I'm just a little confused. They changed the score for Hinckley-Finlayson 14-12. It was 13-11, and then it was 13-12, but Pine City had the point. I'm so confused on that one. Point is going to go here on the whistles on the Jaguars for a double hit, and Pine City will get the point, 15-12. Either way, 15-12 is the score. Pine City with the lead, trying to win set number 3 for a sweep. As Summer Thieman's serve is over, dug up by Hopkins, now to Krieger. And getting it back across is Anna Dagerstrom with the dig is Chloe Lind to Mako. And Sky Ahrens looks for the kill. Blocked at the net, though, by Gracie Olson. And Sky Ahrens will get it back for the kill, making it 16-12. Sky Ahrens, 2 of them on that one, and she managed to get the second one past the defenders of Hinckley-Finlayson. Serve from Thiemann is long. Got some extra juice on that one, but a little bit long. Joey Hopkins will check out of the game. Initially it was Kenna Johnson, but now going to come into the game for her is Jovi Fahey. And back to serve is Gracie Olson. Olson with the serve. It is over. Chloe Lind gets the dig to Mako. And now Ahrens will just tap this one across, but nice dig there from Krieger. Krieger will push it across. It's tapped at the line by the blockers of Pine City, and it gets over. And 2 Dragon athletes went for it, nearly colliding. They may have collided a little bit. 16-14. Everyone's all right, though. Gracie Olson back to serve for the Jags. They're within 2 again. Her serve is over. Dug up by Ahrens, tipped across by Mako. Now Fahey, now Mako. And it's dug up by Hartle to Krieger. And Degerstrom, tried to get it over. Unfortunately, it went right to Fahey. And Pine City gets a point back. 17-14, they lead. This third set might not be the last set here, folks. Hinckley-Finlayson is keeping within spitting distance of that Pine City lead. Sky Ahrens, that hits the net, gets over. Nice dig, though, by Hannah Hartle, keeping an eye on that one. Degerstrom, her hit is dug up by Summer Thiemann, and now hit across by Robin Odegaard. Hinckley-Finlayson will hit it across. It's Monica Clare. Odegaard to Mako, and Arissa Rydberg looks for the kill. That's going to go up and into the bench area of Hinckley-Finlayson. Point Pine City, they lead 18-14. Sky Ahrens still back serving for Pine City. Her serve is over. She got a nice spin on that one. She gets that down for an ace, making it 19-14. Sky Ahrens, the senior, gets an ace for herself. So 2 seniors out there have gotten some aces for themselves here tonight. Ahrens looking for another one, but Bombard gets a clean dig on that one. And now Jovi Fahey looks for the kill, dug up by Rydberg. And it's Lind who will tip it back across, dug up by the Jags. Degerstrom looks for the left-handed kill, dug up by Ahrens. Mako pushes it across. Jovi Fahey, dug up by Rydberg. And Mako and Ahrens collide, but nice job by Thiemann to get that one back over. Fahey again, blocked at the net by Lind, kept alive by the Jags. Fahey gets it back across, and that one, nice diving dig attempt from Summer Thiemann, but that's going to go over and out of bounds. Sky Ahrens will check out in for Maddie Bombard. Ahrens had a nice little serving time back there. She got an ace for herself, and she helped Pine City get a couple more points, but now it is Sydney Krieger serving for Hinckley-Finlayson. Bombard got the dig on that one. Robin Odegaard hits it back across. Nice diving dig there from Gracie Olson. And then the hit from Fahey is going to give another point back to Hinckley-Finlayson, 19-16. Hinckley-Finlayson, if they can just hold on here, avoid those serves going into the net, I think they've got a great chance of coming back in this one and pushing this to a 4th set. 19-16, Sydney Krieger with the serve. It's dug up by Arissa Rydberg to Morgan Mako. And Maddie Bombard will hit it back across, right to Gracie Olson. Sydney Krieger comes after it, and now Fahey will hit it back across to Summer Thiemann. Mako, and Thiemann looks for the kill. She knew she messed up on that one almost right as soon as she hit it. That goes into the net. 19-17 in favor of Pine City, but Hinckley-Finlayson knocking on the door once again. Serve is over. Bombard with the dig. And that goes right into the back part of the backboard of the basketball net that is up towards the rafters. And Hinckley-Finlayson now only down by 1. Krieger with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Rydberg to Mako. And Lynn will look for the kill. It's blocked at the net. kept alive by Fahey as she tips it back across Mako to Odegaard. Odegaard, her hit is blocked at the net again, and Lynn will push it across. It's dug up one-handed by Monica Clare, and this is a tough one for Degerstrom. She gets it back over. Odegaard with the dig, and Rydberg will look for the kill. Dug up by Krieger. Nice job by Krieger. Hannah Hartle and Fahey gets it back across. Summer Thiemann will set it up to Mako, and now Odegaard looks for the kill, blocked at the net, but that is going to find its way down to the court, and Pine City will stop the Hinckley-Finlayson scoring as they now lead 20-18. Mako going to check out of the game. Sage Staber comes into the game for her. Staber will move to the front line with Lind and Odegaard back serving is Arissa Rydberg. Rydberg's serve is over. Dug up by, that's Gracie Olson, and that goes right into the bench area again of the Jags. Makes it 21-18. Rydberg with the serve, 21-18. It's dug up by Monica Clare again into the bench area of the Jags. And that makes it 22-18. Summer Thiemann going to check out, and in for her is Gabby Schumacher. Here's the serve from Marissa Rydberg. It goes right to Hannah Hartle. A very clean dig. Sydney Krieger. Now Hannah Hartle with the left-handed kill attempt. It goes long, and it's 23-18. And Pine City trying to end it. 2 points away, but Hinckley-Finlayson, all they need is to get that 1 point back. And we've seen they've been streaky here in this third set. They get a point back, and all of a sudden they score about 4 or 5 points. Chloe Lind now hit across by Degerstrom. That gets down. Here we go. Anna Degerstrom trying to let the Dragons know that we're not going to go away quietly. Found a wide open spot back part of the court, and now Anna Degerstrom will be back serving. They trail 23-19. You're going to have to get 4 straight points, but here we go. Dug up by Schumacher, and Odegaard looks for the kill and hits the net, and such a tough one for Sydney Krieger to try and go after. Your body is almost going forward already, expecting to go after the dig, but it just hits the net, and all of a sudden, again, you can't pause your body midair. Schumacher will check out, and for her is Carly Jusak. Odegaard with the serve. It hits the net. Down, ace, and that's how this one will end. That's a tough one if you're Hinckley-Finlayson. An ace that hits off of the net and then finds some court open. So a tough one here for Hinckley-Finlayson. There were times it looked like they might find their way on the comeback, but Pine City stayed strong and did not allow that to happen. Grabbing a couple of aces here in this third set and getting the victory. 3-0, a clean sweep here for Pine City. Again, they take the win 3-0 over the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, and they will move to 6-0. Will the Pine City Dragons? The Jaguars, unfortunately, will drop to 1-3 on the season. So a tough one to lose here for Hinckley-Finlayson. I mean, there were multiple times, you heard me talk about it, where it looked like they were going to come back and win that third set and push it to a fourth. But Pine City just stayed strong, stuck with the game plan, and found a way with some aces mixed in there as well. I should mention that Hinckley-Finlayson also had a couple of aces there from Vanessa Meyer. She got a couple of those as well. So senior showed out here tonight for both sides, showing well and getting some aces in their serves. But getting the victory here tonight is Pine City, 3-0. They win that first set 25-17, and then they win the second set 25-10. Pretty much dominated that second set. And then the third set, again, a much different story where Hinckley-Finlayson came alive late in that one. And again, I thought they were going to push it to a fourth, but just not meant to be tonight as Pine City takes it 25-19 in the third set and takes it 3-0. So, for WCMP coming up, it is Friday tomorrow, so we will be getting some football action on the airwaves. It will be Pine City taking on the Aiken Gobblers up in Aiken. That is what the Dragons will be doing tomorrow night. And that should be a good one. You know, Pine City had a chance to talk with their coaches and players, and it sounds like they're ready. It sounds like they are prepared for that matchup. They're ready to get back out on the field. Not going to talk too much about last week because that's in the past now, but they're ready. They're ready to go and show that this is a much better team than what they had out there on last Thursday. But looking at the schedule here for Pine City, they will travel up to East Central for their next volleyball game next Tuesday, and then they'll round out that week with a Thursday matchup against their rivals on Thursday, Rush City. Then they'll have about a week off before they play host to Bram. So 2 very good games there back-to-back on Thursday. Again, they started up in East Central next Tuesday, and then Thursday they play host to Rush City, and then that next Thursday they play host to Bram. So 2 very tough games in a row there for Pine City, but get about a week off in between. For Hinckley-Finlayson, they wrap up tonight's game. They will wait until next Tuesday to play at home against Rush City. And then next Thursday, they will travel to Ogilvie to take on the Lions. So a tough loss here for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, but Pine City gets a victory, stays undefeated on the year. Like I mentioned, tomorrow will be Pine City up in Aiken taking on the Gobblers in that football game right here on 106.5 FM AM 1350. Then over on 95.5 FM KBEK, it's going to be Rush City taking on the Mille Lacs Raiders in the football game tomorrow night. Again, that one will be over on 95.5 FM KBEK. Again, stay tuned to the morning shows for your sports update. The sports update on KBEK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, and then on WCMP with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. Those are the sports updates times. If you want more on all the action in the listening area, not just from tonight's game, but also from whoever is playing tonight. Really, we will try and get the scores updated for you in those times on the morning show. But again, the final here in this one, Pine City 3-0 over Hinckley-Finlayson. Want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. And also, thank you to all of our fine sponsors. If it wasn't for them, well, you've heard me say it. If you've listened to me before, you've heard me say it, and I'll continue to say it. We want to thank the sponsors so much for sponsoring this broadcast, because if it wasn't for them sponsoring this broadcast, man, we really would not be able to come out here and bring you any of these games. We wouldn't be able to come out here and broadcast them. I wouldn't be able to drive all the way up to Aiken to call the football game. So, again, huge shout out to all of the fine sponsors that we have here at WCMP and KBEK. Thank you so much to all of them. 3-0 the final here in Pine City as the Dragons beat the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Thank you to all of you. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. Remember to be kind to everybody. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness really could make their day. And remember, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, so make sure to check on your friends who are maybe struggling, or maybe they're just having a hard time. Make sure to check in on them. It shouldn't be just 1 month. We should be checking in on our loved ones every single day, making sure we let them know that we love them. But enough of my spiel. Pine City gets the victory here over Hinckley-Finlayson, 3-10. For WCMP, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night. Make sure to check in on them. It shouldn't be just 1 month. We should be checking in on our loved ones every single day, making sure we let them know that we love them. But enough of my spiel. Pine City gets the victory here over Hinckley-Finlayson, 3-10. For WCMP, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.